Jimin, soft, stubborn, and quietly rebellious in a way that only becomes obvious when he's already made up his mind. It starts like a simple change, just hair, just length. Just something different for a new era, a new tour, a new version of himself. But it does stay simple, because the reactions come fast, not mixed, overwhelmingly against it. People around him question it first, then doubt it, then suggest alternatives, something shorter, something safer, something more familiar. And then even the company steps in. Suggestions turn into recommendations. Recommendations start sounding like expectations. Cut it. Keep it neat. Stay within what works. Jimin listens. Of course he does. He always listens. But listening doesn't mean agreeing. Because somewhere in all of that noise, there's something quieter, but stronger. A decision already made. During a live broadcast in the final week after the concert, sitting casually with J-Hope and Suga, Jimin finally talks about it. Not dramatically. Not like a big reveal, just honestly. He explains how almost everyone was against the idea of his long hair, friends, people around him, even the company advising him to cut it. Monocontrol. There's a small pause in the way he says it, like he's remembering how constant that pressure felt. Suggestions repeated enough times that they start to sound like rules. But then, one exception. His mother. The only one who supported him from the beginning. Monocontrol. Not loudly, but forcefully. Just enough. Enough to make his own thoughts feel valid. Enough to tip the balance back toward what he already wanted. And so he keeps it. Not out of defiance. Not to prove anyone wrong. Just because he wants to try something new, something different from what people expect from him. Monocontrol. And that's the part that matters. Because for someone who has spent years being shaped by schedules, concepts, expectations, and constant public attention, even a small choice becomes something bigger, personal, intentional. His. On that love, the atmosphere stays light. J-Hope laughs, reacting to the story with that familiar brightness. Like he already knew parts of it, but is still entertained hearing it again. Suga adds in casually, explaining how even he understood why the reactions were so divided, how long hair always brings opinions, strong ones, immediate ones. There's teasing, there's laughter, but underneath it, there's acknowledgement. Jimin doesn't turn it into something serious. He smiles through most of it, shrugs slightly, like it was the big deal. But the meaning sits there anyway, in the fact that he did change his mind, didn't give in. Didn't reshape the idea to make it easier for others to accept. He just kept it. Quiet persistence. The kind that doesn't need to argue to be strong. And when he steps on stage later, with that same long hair moving with every turn, catching light, becoming part of his presence, it doesn't feel like just a style choice anymore. It feels like a decision that stayed, through opinions, through pressure, through everything that tried to make it smaller. Back in the live, the conversation drifts to other topics, jokes, random stories. The easy, chaotic flow they always fall into. But that moment lingers. Because it says something simple and clear without needing emphasis. At the end of the day, Jimin chose for himself, not loudly, not dramatically, just firmly. And sometimes that kind of quiet decision carries the most weight.